What the fuck? No.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wrestle Purist Raw Review. Back at it. I'm your host, Ebu Wrestle Purist, better known to many of you guys as Backup Heyman. And I'm joined week 3 again by Jana, who's here with us to talk about last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. Rob of the Island of Relevancy is also here with us. And we're going to talk about what happened on Raw. We have updates on the Intercontinental Championship situation, and we will find out now how Gunther's challenger for WrestleMania will be determined. Andrade made his Raw re-debut last night in a match against Apollo Crews. And we also got an update from Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins announced that he is medically cleared, and he will be on SmackDown to confront the Bloodline, and Cody Rhodes will join him. So we'll have full coverage and analysis of that segment, as well as everything else that happened on last night's show. But guys, first and foremost, like the video, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Feel free to send super chats. We'll be engaging with you guys for the next 80 minutes or so, kind of talking about everything. Give us your opinions on whatever it is you want to talk about. And man, thank you for joining. And all that good stuff. Jonna, how you feeling today? What's going on? You're on time. You're being a model employee. You have a Cody Rhodes shirt on. Got an American Nightmare shirt. What's going on? How you doing today?
I'm good. I don't know if you guys noticed, new little room. I'm in Florida now, permanently. So I'm in my 80s era or whatever. But yeah, we're sunny Florida. Right now it's a little bit cloudy, but yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. I'm very happy that you have the right uniform on today. I thought about and I considered giving you a raise, but I didn't want to be hasty. But I am very proud of you, so I'm happy about that. Beyond that, I want to offer my condolences because you were in Florida, so I know that's a bit of a tough one there.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one. Rob, you can't be talking, bro. You're in what? You're in New Orleans, aren't you?
Listen, we make $655 million a year, brother.
So, you guys are last in education in the nation, so I don't know, man.
You're so mad. You're so mad. You're just so mad.
I get reminded of this every time Rob responds to my tweets, and I'm like, oh yeah, Ibu, just calm down. He can't read.
You see, the thing is, the people know that I'm right, and seeing as how the people know that I'm right, let me ask the chat. Have you acknowledged your tribal chief today? Have you acknowledged your high chief today?
There's no need. There's no need.
Oh, you're just so mad. Yo, Seth Rollins is so bad. Seth Rollins is so fucking bad. I can't wait to get into it.
We will talk about Seth Rollins. We will talk about Cody Rhodes. We will talk about Andrade. We will talk about Gunther. We will talk about his challengers. We'll talk about the Judgment Day. All that and more. But first, again, guys, please like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And before we get into Raw, we had a bit of news today. Rob is out of the way. I'm not complaining. Listen, God damn it. But listen, Sammy Guevara got some news. Sammy Guevara, folks, of AEW is suspended. Essentially, he violated the concussion protocol. He knocked Jeff Hardy out in a match at Rampage. It was a Rampage taping a couple weeks ago, and he knocked Jeff out. And there's a concussion protocol that wrestlers are obligated to go through nowadays. And Sammy did not go through the protocol, and he continued the match, and he also hit his finish on Jeff Hardy. This is a violation of the concussion protocol, and as such, Sammy is suspended. He did go on to wrestle Will Hobbs because that was planned, but he ultimately lost to Will, and he is serving a suspension now in AEW, and it's unclear how long the suspension will be. But Fightful Select was able to confirm with AEW sources that it's happening. So there you have it. Sammy Guevara, one of the 4 pillars, is suspended. He's the second of the 4 pillars to be suspended in the last calendar year. And so that's kind of that with that situation. Do you have any opinions on this, Robert?
It's very unfortunate that took place. Y'all know Jeff Hardy is one of my goats, so it's very unfortunate that he's hurt. But I don't think Sammy did that on purpose. It's not like okay. What a guy, huh? What a guy. Makes fun of me. Then his shit goes out. What a guy. Anyway. But it's very unfortunate but this was not intentional. Like, I don't think he knew Jeff had it. But of course, if there is a protocol in place, then you're supposed to check it. That's just what you're supposed to do. So it's very unfortunate that this took place, but thankfully he wasn't written off in like a really shitty way. It was basically like he did the planned match he was supposed to do, and the plunder match makes it look like he was written off. So
Yeah, we'll have just Blues
yeah, what a
back
guy,
out.
huh? What a host.
What
What a
happened?
host you're having.
What'd I do?
Makes fun of me, but then his Wi-Fi shits the bed, huh?
Listen, man, it is what it is. Rob, I want everybody to know that Rob is a hacker and a doxer, and then he found my location and my IP address, and he was trying to fuck with me. And so it is what it is.
You don't know that.
Ultimately, I powered through because I am Ibu Russell Purist. Jonna, do you have any opinions on the suspension of Samuel Guevara?
Honestly, like somebody in the chat put it, it's time to go be a dad. He could take this, change some diapers, help Tay out. Really, I hope he uses this to reboot himself because I just haven't been feeling it. Like he hasn't moved me in a while, so he needs to just be a dad.
Yeah, he hasn't found his way in a long, long time. He came back after a long hiatus to team with Chris Jericho, and then everything that ensued from that happened.
That was a big flop.
Of course, it was destined to fail, to be honest. But yeah, Sammy's just kind of floating. No one really cares. The roster's kind of passing him by as more and more talented people continue to show up in AEW. So yeah, I don't really even know what to say about what should be his future because I don't know what future there is for him, to be honest. As harsh as that sounds, it's like Will Ospreigh has just arrived in this promotion.
Listen.
Will Ospreigh.
Listen, Ring of Honor. Listen, Ring of Honor, right? Ring of Honor is a place with a lot of lineage and a lot of tradition. And I really feel like people can make their mark in Ring of Honor. Like this is not a bit I'm doing. Like we need more people to be game for Ring of Honor because I'm tired of watching certain acts on Ring of Honor every week.
What?
Certain vets.
I don't Rob is talking about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, what are you talking about right now?
I don't know.
I'm doing my thing.
You're really not. You're on copious amounts of drugs, and
I'm talking. Yeah, that's why I'm saying Sammy should go to Ring of Honor to make his mark, brother. Holy shit, you don't listen to what I say.
Last in education in the nation. Just want to remind everybody. But guys, remember, like the video, super chat, all that good stuff. We will be reading your super chats throughout the show. But Raw last night emanated from I don't even remember. Where were they in Dallas?
I think that
San Antonio.
They were in San Antonio. There you go. Dallas is, I believe. Yeah, I believe Dallas is this Friday. Yeah. But they were in San Antonio, Texas. It was the 5th consecutive TV sellout for Monday Night Raw last night. And the show opened up with a recap of what happened with The Rock and him running down Cody Rhodes and, all the go smoke some more crack. And he was, berating everybody in Arizona and the bloodline rules stipulation that he proposed and all that good stuff. So the bottom line is they recapped the Rock's segment. And then we went straight into Cody Rhodes' entrance. So Raw opened straight up with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out. You know what I mean? He welcomes the city. What do you want to talk about? All that fun stuff. And the crowd was really, really, really hot. They were super hot for Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes is the ace of the universe. He's the top babyface in the company. Jonna has his shirt because he's the man. And there you go. And so he cuts this promo, and he basically the big takeaway, they went a while, but the big takeaway of this is that he kind of acknowledged the plot holes of the storyline to this point. He basically, the crowd was super into it, but he basically was saying that, like, The Rock cut this 16-minute promo on Instagram that he deleted, and then he posted the 21-minute edited version. And he said that Rock did tell some truths. I did speak to him, and that he was pouring honey into my ears. And basically, he said that Rock was kind of gaslighting him. And he was saying, like, the people don't want to see Cody versus Roman Reigns. They want to see Rock versus Roman Reigns. And, Cody being the consummate professional and an unselfish wrestler, he essentially took this deal. He went on to say later in this promo, though, that he snapped out of it with the whole "we want Cody" stuff and the fans, really wanting him to get that match. And then he said that he was backstage, and when Rock put up the big PowerPoint presentation, and was talking about how the Anoa'i family is like the superior family in wrestling. And Cody was basically just like, all right, this is bullshit, and that's what happened on screen. If you remember in the presser, he was like, this is bullshit. And then he changed his mind and was like, bro, I won the Rumble. I'm taking this fucking match. And the subtext here basically is that, Cody Rhodes realized that The Rock was just kind of like, he looked down on him and stuff, and that this was all kind of a big ploy to get the match that he wanted, and he's being a politician. But yeah, so he just kind of spoke about The Rock. He welcomed Seth Rollins out, and he basically said, look, you have a lot on your plate. You have to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. So, it's up to you if you want to be by my side. But if not, it's okay. And Seth was like, oh, no, it's fine, man. Listen, fighting the bloodline is bigger than all of us. We got to take them down, this and that. This is not just your story finishing. It's my story finishing. Me and Roman came in 10 years ago, so on and so forth. And he's basically saying all this to say that, like, don't worry, I will be by your side. And then he also announced, folks, that as of today, he is medically cleared. He's medically cleared to compete. He's fully back. He will be at SmackDown. He will confront the bloodline. And he asked Cody if Cody was going to. But before I get to Cody's response, I want to rewind because he did talk a little bit about Dwayne Johnson. And he said, I don't know about y'all, San Antonio, but I'm over Dwayne Johnson. I'm tired of The Rock. He hasn't been cool in 20 years. And he said he's not cool. I don't need it. So we shouldn't even be calling him The Rock. Maybe we should call him. And he thought about it. And he's because he was berating Rock in his material and all that stuff. And he said, why don't we call him Diarrhea Dwayne? Because poop is what comes out of his mouth. Cody makes this kind of face of like, oh, all right, bro. But that was Seth's point. And Cody ultimately at the end of the promo segment said that, he just kind of said, look, I'm coming after y'all. And he basically just accepted Seth's offer and that he's going to fight side by side with Seth Rollins. And he said, I'm going to make it. He said basically that his answer is obvious for the challenge, but essentially Cody Rhodes and Seth are going into the Bloodline's backyard to SmackDown this Friday in Dallas, Texas to accept their challenge for a tag team match at WrestleMania. So that was a segment. I thought it was a good segment. I thought Cody was really fired up. I liked the way he was shot at the end there with the dramatic visuals and stuff. Cody had a lot of power and bass in his voice. He came off like an authoritative top babyface, which is what you'd like. A bit long. And Seth Rollins, I thought he was up and down. He started off pretty well with the whole, we're going to take down the bloodline stuff. The Diarrhea Dwayne stuff was extremely corny. If someone wanted to cope, they could say that he was essentially making fun of The Rock's style of material, but it didn't land pretty well, well at all. And Diarrhea Dwayne is just corny. But that's Seth Rollins. We'll see how he does against The Rock. But that was the opening segment. Seth and Cody are on the same page, and they're going to be confronting the bloodline this Friday. Jana, what did you think of this opening to Monday Night Raw?
Okay. I told you this earlier. I think it started off so strong, so much potential. It was a little long. I was like, all right. And then you have this freaking green tennis ball running into the ring. He's like, the bloodline, I'm on your side. Then says Diarrhea Dwayne. But then you want to go on Twitter and call Drew McIntyre a bitch. Where was that energy in the ring? You're saying Diarrhea Dwayne? Diarrhea Dwayne? It ruined the whole thing for me because even Cody was like,
yeah, Cody kind of made a face like, oh, that's not
That was not it. That's why I chose to wear the Cody shirt today, because I needed to stand in solidarity with my guy, because Seth is just, he's going to get eaten alive in a promo battle with The Rock, and I'm very devastated for him.
Time out. I'm going to pause you real quick. Who's going to get eaten alive? Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins?
Seth.
Oh, both, nigga.
No, not both.
Nigga, both.
I don't know about all that.
Nigga.
I don't know about all that.
Yo, I'm telling you. Yo,
what's up?
Go ahead and tweet it right now. Go ahead and tweet right now.
Tweet what?
Cody got something for Dwayne.
I'm not gonna do that because I jinx people.
No. Go ahead and tweet it right now if you're so confident.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it. But I do think Cody got something for Dwayne on Friday. I think Cody has something.
Y'all heard him, people. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him.
Rob, what did you think of this opening segment? Did you catch this segment, or were you too busy?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I think you watched. No, you came in later on. But yeah, this segment, I like Cody's part. See, one thing I can give Cody Rhodes, even though we're in this weird, war with the Nightmare family right now.
Who is we? Who is we? You're not in the bloodline.
Don't care.
They don't know who you are.
You're so mad. You're just so mad.
No clue
you're literally angry. You're just angry.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just perplexed. You're not in the bloodline, Rob.
So, anyway, the point is, right? Because at least Cody Rhodes can cut a promo, and he sounds like a grown man. He sounds like a grown man who's talking about his grown man issues with other grown men. I can't respect Seth Rollins because listen, I don't care about the outfits. I don't care about whatever the fuck. If he wore all that and came out and spoke like a grown fucking man, I would. But he speaks like a little child. He speaks like a little child. He just comes out there. He starts doing that shitty voice when he says the revolutionary shit. I'm tired, bro. And then, bro, this man told you, because nigga's not even talking about what he really said. This nigga The Rock told you in a 20-minute video. He told you, he said, yo, do you think that on your show, Monday Night Rollins, as you call it, when we were talking about with Netflix about where it was going to go, do you think that they brought your name up? Do you think that they even know who you are? They don't know who you are. And he told them they don't know who he is. They told him his reign doesn't really matter, that he could really take his belt away. And what does he go on Raw and say? Diarrhea Dwayne, bro. Diarrhea. That right there, it's supposed to be 2024. He's supposed to be advanced. He's supposed to be one of the best wrestlers in the world. And yet at I think 15, 17 years in the business, at 30-something years old, pushing 40, by the way.
He's 37?
Probably.
Seth Rollins? Either he's 37 or he's turning 37, yeah.
Party's over, Grandpa.
Party's over. You pushing 40. Not only all that, but you're pushing 40, and you have your suffering succotash moment 17 years into your career. Come on, bro. What are we doing here?
This wasn't as crazy as suffering succotash, but it was bad. It was.
If Seth Rollins knows what's good for him, he'll stand in that fucking corner like he did at that press conference this Friday, and he'll say nothing.
Listen,
he'll say nothing.
I'll say this. Look, I've defended. I've weirdly found myself.
I don't care.
I don't care. Yo, Seth responded to Drew.
Yeah, and he called Drew a bitch. But now I'm like, where was this? You're out here saying diarrhea Dwayne.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's so fucking bad, bro.
Let me put it to you like this, bro.
That ugly outfit. He looked like a freaking tennis ball.
The outfit was unfortunate. It was very bright and very, very aggressive. Look, I'll say this. I've defended Seth. Is A in the chat? What's going on?
Yeah, he's in the chat. He says Seth bad.
Oh my god!
Shout out to yo.
I've defended Seth recently. I think a lot of his recent promo work has been pretty solid. But I will say this: he cannot go there on Friday and sit in the corner on the cuck chair. He absolutely needs to get in The Rock's face and tear him apart. It's do or die. It's this moment. It's this Friday. He has to go there and lay his cards out on the table, pull his balls out of the purse, all the euphemisms you want. He needs to go face to face with The Rock and show that he belongs. Because the perception of him, for better or for worse, partially rooted in truth, is that he is the fourth wheel. And he has to show on Friday that he is not. So we shall see if that happens. We absolutely shall see.
I don't know. I think it's going to be like that instance when John Cena came back and he kind of bodied Roman on the mic again. I think we might be seeing the second coming of that.
If Rock just emasculates Seth Rollins, that would be insane. Like
Roman at that don't point, even gotta say nothing. Roman don't even gotta say nothing. Do niggas forget who The Rock is? Like you do, bro. And he's not Dwayne that we saw against Cena, bro. This is The Rock.
Yeah, look, we'll see what happens. Pray for Seth. Hopefully it works out for him.
Prayers up for Seth Rollins in the chat.
Pray
Friday, it's over.
Pray for Seth, because it could all come crashing down on Friday. But folks, we followed this up with the first match on Raw, and it was Gunther versus Dominik Mysterio. And just on paper, that matchmaking is fucking hysterical. Gunther is the top heel on Monday Night Raw. No, sorry, that's Drew McIntyre. He's the number 2 heel. But the bottom line is he's a dominant Intercontinental Champion. He's a monster heel. He tears niggas apart and all that stuff. He's taking on Dominik Mysterio, who's like, a bumping shitter. They're both heels, heel versus heel matchup, but Dallas absolutely picked a side here. They're going to boo Dom, and they took absolute joy relishing and watching Gunther destroy him. And that's what it was. He beat the absolute dog shit out of Dominik Mysterio. He chopped him and chopped him and chopped him. Then he ripped his shirt, his chest protector off apart. He ripped it apart. Get your ass here. Ripped that shit apart, chopped him some more. Dominik's taking a flip bump on most of these chops. Gunther's hitting him with lariats. He takes Dom to the outside. He goes for a chop to Dom on the post. Dom moves out the way. Gunther chops the post and hits his arm, so his chopping arm is affected. Dominik then gets back in the ring and does a plancha to the outside.
Oh my god!
So now Dominik's having, he's getting strategic here. He's kind of like getting his shit off. Gunther goes for a power bomb. Dominik reverses that into a pin, like a pin counter. Obviously didn't get the 3 on that. But Gunther does get him in for a wicked lariat. He has the win right there. But Gunther says, "I am not done with you. Get the fuck up, bitch." Picks his head up, beats him up some more, continues to whip his ass. Dominik counters one of Gunther's maneuvers and gets him for a 619. That does not win. Dominik goes for a frog splash, doesn't get the pin. And ultimately, Gunther chops him up some more, hits him with a power bomb, it wasn't a folding power bomb. He delayed it and then just fucking boom, threw him down and then put him in a Boston Crab. Dominik submits, Gunther wins, and this was kind of incredible. It was basically a one-sided beatdown where Dominik got a couple nifty hope spots out of being crafty, but really, really entertaining. Gunther's a menace. Seeing him kick people's asses is really fun, and Dominik, for all his flaws, he is good at bumping, and people like seeing him get beat up. So this is really, really entertaining. John, did you like this match?
I liked it because like you had like the little moments where JD, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He would there was a spot where he like moves Dom out of the way so Gunther like hits his hand on the post, and I thought that was cool. Like little moments like that shows like Dom is sneaky and he could always just creep up on you. I think it was a decent match. Was it like my favorite Gunther match? No, but it was fun. It was something fun for the kids.
Listen,
sorry, my freaking. What's up? Go ahead.
Listen, I've been telling people for years about Dominik Mysterio and just the way he's progressed. Yeah, Gunther, he alright, but listen,
what
Dominik?
What?
Listen, Dom, he's just a superior, like he's just very much a superior athlete. Just knows what he's doing
to who?
In and out of the ring.
Wait, superior athlete to who? Words mean things, Rob.
Gunther. But listen, he was the way he was selling Gunther's chops, the way he was doing taking the lariats, doing the Rikishi bumps on the lariats. Listen, I've been telling people for years. Yeah, he used to be a hell of a shitter. Yeah, but come on, that match was no 4.5, no 5-star by any means. But nobody else on that, no other shitter on the lower card on that roster is having that match with Gunther that they had last night.
Here's the thing. What's happened with Dominik as a performer, what's caused a transformation is this. So Dom sucks, right? But like he has weaponized the fact that he sucks. He knows people see him as a shitter. He knows people see him as just like that type of dude. Yeah, he's a shitter.
Yo. You're talking a little too crazy. I can't have you talking a little too crazy.
So he knows people see him as a shitter, and he knows that what people want to see from him is for him to get beat up. And so he's like, okay, I'm just going to bump a lot and be a whiny little bitch. And that's what he is. He's just a whiny little bitch who fucking just bumps really hard, gets heat, and then throws some work punches. And it's funny how those are his three actual strengths: punching, bumping, and getting heat. But within the right setting with the right opponent, he can have a good match with those skill sets. And it's very impressive. It's why he's a good tag wrestler, especially in those tag matches opposite Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn last year. And of course, against a master like Gunther, like he's going to beast like that. So, yeah, I thought this was awesome. Dominik will never be like a great singles main event heel wrestler.
Yo. I can't cap. You're talking a little too crazy. Like, you got to relax on it.
It's the truth. But while he is not that, he is somebody who will forever have a role in this role. And I'm impressed that he still has maintained his heat even after the Rey Mysterio feud. So, shout out to him, I guess.
He's so mad he just gets bad bitches and drives Lambos and flies private jets. You're so mad. You're so mad.
Robert, we're not doing this.
No.
Backstage, we had backstage damage control. We're walking around, and Adam Pearce is like, "Why are y'all here?" He was just like, "Why are y'all here?" And Dakota, with her New Zealand accent, was like, "They're the top champions," and she basically explains like tag champions can go in either brand because they're tag champs. And he was just kind of like, "All right, but like, why are you really here? Like, are you here to start trouble?" And she explains that like Zoe and Shayna have been talking shit, so we're here to scout the competition since they want to fight us for the tag championships. And she's speaking on behalf of Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, who are currently the women's tag team champions. Right at this moment, Shinsuke Nakamura emerges from the corner of the screen, and he basically tells Pierce like, "We have to talk." And what he wants is the Intercontinental Championship. So Shinsuke Nakamura has staked his claim for the IC belt. And if you guys are
coming home, we taking our belt home.
Who is we?
Nakamura Foundation.
The Nakamura
Foundation.
Donna, you know what I've noticed about Rob? He's an absolute groupie. This guy is a whore. He like the bloodline, the Judgment Day. He throws ass for Shinsuke. Who is he not?
Yo, Ibu.
Like, pick one nigga. Ibu. Like, Rob. Like,
Ibu, I know about you. You can't call niggas no groupie.
I'm not a groupie. I am not a groupie. I'm a wholesome, righteous man.
One minute you're flirting with Ricky Starks on the timeline, the next minute you're flirting with Cody on the timeline.
That should have been me.
That does not happen. But Rob is a whore, and I want everybody to know, and I think you guys should all slut shame him in the chat.
But Ricky Starks, if you're watching, at Viva La Jana.
Don't do that. Like, don't do that. But yeah, Nakamura wants. If you guys are keeping score, Nak wants the IC belt. Gable wants the IC belt. Sami Zayn wants the IC belt. Bronson Reed wants the IC belt.
Niggas want a lot of things.
A lot of wrestlers want the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll see what's going to happen. Adam Pearce told Nakamura, "I have an announcement tonight about the Intercontinental Championship." So at this point, I rubbed my hands together in anticipation. What I did not rub my hands together in anticipation for was Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. But what I will say is, excuse me, this actually was okay. It was okay. They did some flips and twirls and rolls, and Shayna and Zoe got the emphatic submission victory here. Yeah, it was essentially just a match for Zoe and Shayna to continue their winning streak. They've been winning a bunch of matches on TV against the other women's tag teams on Raw because they're going to be challenging the Kabuki Warriors next week on Raw. And so they did the in-ring promo segment, and Dakota Kai plugged that they're challenging, so they're defending their belts tomorrow on NXT Roadblock. They're facing Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria. And Dakota said, once we get past that, we'll face you next week. And so that match is pretty much set up and official. What did you think of any of this, Rob?
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep when you said Zoe Stark. I just said the mention of the name. It really just it's like melatonin. Needless to say, I just don't care, bro. I don't care about the women's tag team titles. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's never really been interesting. The belts have never really been interesting. They haven't been interesting since the inception. They haven't been interesting since the Iconics had them. it's a really bad time for wrestling fans.
Of course, Rob would be an iconic fan.
You're so mad. You're so mad.
Hey, on 2K22 for my universe, I used to use Peyton Royce's entrance for my custom superstar.
Peyton Royce.
You're so mad.
Yo, y'all remember when she was on Raw Talk like, when is it gonna be my turn? And then like she got fired. Like
you're so mad. She did a Three Amigos perfect plex. She did it would be like the Three Amigos, but they would be perfect plexes. It was so fire.
I don't remember this, and I don't remember the Iconics, but God bless. If you like it, I love it.
But they had a chance. They had a genuine chance when they tried to do a restart last year, and then they put the belts not on Damage Control. No, it was 2022. Sorry, not last year. But yeah, they had a genuine chance.
The only hope of this division, to be honest, is if main eventers hold the belt, like Bianca type wrestlers are involved. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like, bro. The
golden role models as well. Sorry,
they're the actual peak of the women's tag belts, and they're the only times those tag belts were good.
Yeah,
Asuka and Kyrie are good, but obviously with the language barrier, they can't cut the live promos, and they face a lot of people that just aren't particularly over. The bottom line is the division is just full of people that these fans don't really give a shit about, and it doesn't matter how many packages you run and how many matches you run an hour through your Raw.
But this is the thing, Daniel Troutman. While that would be cool, and that would look cool.
Immediately no.
Yeah, I'm tired of makeshift tag teams.
The thing is, well, Rob, that's what I was trying to get at.
No.
What I was trying to get at though is those are the only type of tag teams that'll get over though, bro. Like,
I'm not.
It's not Tegan and Natalia. It's not Candice and Indy.
The only way I could get into this happening is if they do video packages with these two where they're basically competing to see who's stronger. Like the basic the fucking complete opposite tag team, but they do it the right way and give them some time to get. But I can't trust them to do that, so I just can't care.
What about Jade and Naomi?
Now that I can agree with.
Yeah, I'd be pretty down for Jade and Naomi versus the Kabuki Warriors at WrestleMania, and Bianca faces Tiffany Stratton in a singles match. That's kind of where I'm leaning with what I want to happen here. I'm
not gagging.
I think Stratton and Bianca would be fire. Bianca could win. And here's the thing: Tiffany is undefeated on the main roster in singles action. She made mention of this. Bianca's undefeated.
Yeah, but that would require Bianca having to put her over.
No. Check this out. So here's what I was gonna say.
I know. I want her to put Tiffany over.
No. I don't think she should. Hear me out.
I think she should.
So my idea was, Tiffany is undefeated in singles competition. She really pumps this up. Bianca's undefeated at WrestleMania. Streak versus streak. WrestleMania non-title singles match. Who's fucking better? Right? And you really play it up. Tiffany really, shows out in the buildings and that. And it's like, oh my God, is there someone who is faster, stronger, rougher, and tougher than Bianca Belair? Is it Tiffany Stratton? She's the next big thing. And then Bianca ultimately overcomes her at WrestleMania, shows that it's still her house, so on and so forth. And you have a nice little match at WrestleMania out of the whole thing. I'm not opposed to this idea. I actually kind of want to see the match, to be honest with you. And then regarding Naomi and Jade, I think it kills two birds with one stone, because you rid yourself of the headache of what do we do with both women at WrestleMania, and you give them a nice spot against the Kabuki Warriors for the tag belts. That's my idea, but we'll see what they end up doing. Backstage, the Judgment Day. We're backstage. Dominik is holding his stomach. He is in agony. Rhea, being a typical girlfriend, is berating him for fighting violently like a man. Damian Priest is basically like, yo, look, he told Finn, we are going to take care of Imperium tonight. And he told JD, you're going to get Gunther. And he's like, I'm facing Gunther? Are you serious about that? So he shook. Andrade walks in the frame, guys. And he daps up Dominik. And he's basically like, yo, let's talk later or whatever, right? And they're all kind of like,
I catch you later, little bro.
And they're basically like, yo, that's your man's? Like, to Dominik, that's your man's? What's going on here? And he's just like, yeah, keep an eye. Dom says to them, keep an eye on Andrade. Just keep an eye on him. So we'll see what this is about. But it appears that Andrade's in a storyline with the Judgment Day. So we'll see where that goes.
Boring.
Yo, come on.
I am curious where this leads to. But if you weren't keeping score, Judgment Day have their eyes on Andrade. Imperium versus Judgment Day tonight in a non-title tag match, and JD McDonough has his eyes on Gunther. So that was that. Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. This was a rematch of their match on day one, on the January 1st episode of Raw this year. Not as good, actually not nearly as good, to be honest with you, of a match, and it also ended in a non-finish because a certain woman in her revenge era. He also says, who is Andrade? All right, bro. A certain woman in her revenge era emerges from the crowd to cause the disqualification. Liv is getting her receipt because she's pissed because Becky crashed the Liv versus Nia match last week. And so she's just kind of like, all right, bitch, I'm going to crash your fucking match since you want to fuck with my shit. And so she's fighting with Nia. Then Becky gets in her face and is shoving her and is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They're all pissed at each other. Nia comes back and she just starts to beat both of them up. And so it's a big whole mess here. And that's kind of the situation. I'm going to skip ahead quickly because Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan were seen fighting backstage. And Becky said she already apologized when she did what she did last week. And she did it because of Nia, not you. Liv tells Becky that the man conditioned, but she can't take it. And so Becky's like, all right, do you want to just fight next week? Do you want to just settle this physically? And so Liv said, all right, let's do it. And so there you go. Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Battle of the Stands next week on Monday Night Raw. And after
some of them Becky stands, he might throw some slurs.
And after Liv Morgan walked out of frame, Rhea Ripley walks by, looks at Becky, and she's just kind of like, "This what you got going on? You got a lot going on," and just walked off laughing.
She walked by. She said, "Damn." Yeah,
Jonna, what are your opinions on this? Jonna, what are your opinions on this Becky Liv Nia business?
I'm not gagging.
I'm not gagging either. But
flop. It's a flop. It's lazy.
Drop the gunshots, Rob. Go ahead, Jonna.
Somebody give me the ether beat. You have the man versus mommy.
Right.
Money match. And then you're just gonna, but I want participation. Girl. Huh?
It's crazy.
No.
Drop a flex bomb.
Keep it with 1v1. Whenever somebody's like, but in 2017, I pinned you, girl. Nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
If it's not a match that alone could make money, girl, I don't want you in it.
Like,
this is not like your after school awards, your participation. No, girl, it's WrestleMania.
But Jonna, you're forgetting
you
the fact.
You're forgetting.
But Jonna, you're forgetting the fact that Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley used to like act like they
I
were
don't
lesbian
care. I don't care. Honestly,
I was in a tag team with Rhea 2 years ago.
I wasn't moved by it. The only person who, if it was going to be an addition, I was cool with Nia because she's good. I'm tired of the watch me. What, we're going to watch you lose?
Wait a minute. I don't care. Listen.
People are completely forgetting. By the way, they're acting like Liv Morgan has been like in the shit, like in the shitty part. It's kind of like how people act like Cody is in such fucking peril, and they reveal like that 2 weeks ago he hasn't lost in 2 years since he's been back. Liv Morgan has been a women's champion since Rhea Ripley, and if the story was Liv Morgan has accomplished nothing.
People wanted her to become champion. She won Money in the Bank, beat Ronda, and then right after she cut a promo, and people were like, "Nah, that ain't it, y'all." So
she
won
the title. I was about to say she won the Money in the Bank and won the title when fucking Rhea Ripley was still standing stagnant with the Judgment Day, doing nothing at the beginning.
Bro, here's my thing. The people that are really rallying for like Liv to potentially like find her way into the WrestleMania title match, I just feel like, is this a big psyop? Like, are we forgetting that like we did this already 3 years ago when people rallied for her to win Money in the Bank, like you just said, Jonna? She won the championship. We saw what that looked like.
Right, you know? And it wasn't that great.
And here's the thing: if you want to revisit that, feel free to revisit this after Mania. But I'll say this: look, if this is just to, if this is
It's a
just
consolation prize. I'm sorry, it's a consolation prize. I hate that. Am I the biggest Becky fan? No, but I hate that when it was supposed to just be when it was the women's main event. It was supposed to be Ronda versus Becky. They threw in Charlotte.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to see Ronda v. Becky, did we? Like on a WrestleMania scale-esque thing? No, we didn't. Just let Becky have her one-on-ones because she serves, and that's a money match. It's a match.
It is a money match.
I'm sorry. I really don't want to see the little. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do a flip, and then I'm gonna power bomb you, but my knees are gonna give out, and it's just me falling on my shoulders.
I'm crying.
This is crazy.
You're cooking. Look. My perspective is this. I don't think they're adding anyone to the title match, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't. They'd be like super foolish to do so. What I think this is to just I think it's just to fill TV time, because they're either gonna do this, or it's gonna be Rhea and Becky just kind of talking at each other for 5 weeks, and I don't think they wanted to do that.
But they should use it. I feel like they should use this to build a mid card, a solid mid card. And hopefully one day introduce a mid-card championship.
That's crazy.
I'm mixed on a women's mid-card belt, but what I'll say is this. I'm mixed up. We'll see. But what if they're doing this because Liv Morgan costs Becky the championship at WrestleMania on some hater bitch energy?
Lazy. There's a comment here. Somebody said we are forgetting Bayley won the Rumble. Let's focus on Bayley. Somebody who actually won the Rumble and isn't stagnant and is actually making progression. And we're not just watching her. She's actually doing shit.
I respect all that, but none of these matches are main eventing ultimately, because the main event is going to be Big Dwayne and Roman Reigns.
Big diarrhea.
We're gonna let
diarrhea Dwayne.
You think we're gonna let them main event over us?
Yeah, that's just not happening. So you're wasting your breath. The people who are typing away until their fingers bleed about this, bro, nothing's main eventing over Roman Reigns and Rock versus Cody and Seth. But my big stance on this is just that nobody should be added to this women's title match with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. So that's the bottom line.
Nobody.
You can feel the mana. All right, so that was the women's business. We had a backstage segment. Ricochet is back. He's back.
Yo.
His bald is back. He was looking clean. He had his lined up beard. What'd you say?
Why you bald? Why you ugly? Bald?
My man Ricochet was back with a nice suit. He had a nice coat over his turtleneck sweater with a chain on, lined up beard. My man was looking good. He had a crispy dap up on but with Adam Pearce. I don't know if you peeped this, Rob. He had a crispy ass dap. Niggas posted it on Twitter.
They've been friends for years, nigga.
But basically, Ricochet's back, and he basically was saying, "Yo, I've had my head down. I haven't said nothing. I've just done the work. Haven't posted nothing. But when am I gonna eat? Because clearly, closed mouths don't get fed around here, which is facts. Ricochet has not wrestled on Monday Night Raw.
He wants to open his mouth.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's the deal. And you need Jesus. Ricochet has not wrestled on television in months. He got concussed in a 4-way. They took him off the road. He was concussed. He came back, and they just did not wrestle on TV. Once again, Jonna, you need Jesus. Here's the deal. Ricochet wants in on this Gunther situation, and it was acknowledged, folks, in case you don't remember this, he's the last person to hold that belt before Gunther. He was the Intercontinental Champion in 2022. Gunther beat him in June of 2022, and he's been the champion ever since. So Adam Pearce told him, hey, listen, look, I got you. I heard you out. You make great points. I respect you. I got you. Dapped him up, crispy dap up. Adam Pearce is invited to the cookout. I hope you unblock me, Mr. Adam Pearce. But yeah, Andrade came out, guys, and he comes out. They say it says El Idolo on the thingy. He's walking out there. Michael Cole's really trying to flex that he knows about wrestling outside of WWE. He's like, oh, when he first came out, he was wrestling as Brillante Jr. And at age 15, and then he went to CMLL, and then he wrestled as The Shadow, La Sombra, And this is Andrade, El Idolo. He's here and all that type of good stuff. So Andrade's here. And before he could start his match, folks, Adam Pearce has an announcement. Adam Pearce said, it's been a challenge to find a worthy opponent for Gunther at WrestleMania. He said, I've narrowed it down to 6 men. Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bronson Reed, JD McDonough, and Chad Gable. Yeah. He said these 6 men will compete next week in a gauntlet match. And the winner is facing Gunther at WrestleMania.
And that winner will be Chad Mother Gable.
Facts.
Hit the video.
Facts.
Swoosh.
Facts.
Hold on. Let me. I don't. Throw your fucking. Drop
the fucking flex bomb, Bob. Let's go.
Throw the fucking thank yous up in the fucking chat.
Let's get some peace signs in the chat, nigga. Oh my god.
What, nigga?
Oh my god. What the fuck is that? You can feel the mana. Oh, the mana is coursing through my body. It's coursing through my body, nigga. My shirt is evaporating off my chest.
Pause. Yo. I can't cap. Yo, mana flowing through your body is crazy. You gotta relax.
What was that? Imagine.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I thought that they were just misspelling my name when they were putting mana.
No. No, man. No, it's the mystical power source of energy that powers The Rock. You know, he always talks about he can feel the mana in the air. You know what I mean?
Drive, power. We stay hungry. We devour.
We devour.
And the hours and take what's ours. Yeah.
Look at Jonna rapping on air. This show gives you everything. And what we're being given, folks, is a 6-man gauntlet match. Sami Zayn, Gunther, not Sami Zayn. Not Gunther. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, JD McDonough, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet. 6-person gauntlet match. It's looking like it's either going to be Sami or Chad Gable. And the question is, who's it going to come down to?
Chad Gable. Okay.
Yes. What I would like to happen here is Drew McIntyre fuck Sami Zayn over to then redirect Sami's focus over to Drew. Because Sami's whole storyline is that, like, you know, he main evented last year, and this year he's struggling to find a place on the WrestleMania card. It's the storyline they always give one of their baby faces every year. It's like, oh, what's their path to Mania? And that's Sami's right now, right? But ultimately, Gunther's story is Chad Gable. And so that final stretch is going to be very dramatic. It should be really, really fucking good. This match with Ricochet involved and the other 2 guys should be very good. I'm very excited for it, looking forward to it. And that's kind of my perspective on it. Rob, how are you feeling about this 6-person gauntlet?
Yo, I'm excited for this 6-person gauntlet. What I think is going to take place is I think that it's going to be either Sami going over first or second and then going all the way to the near end. And he's going to be the second. No, he's going to be the second to last person eliminated before Gable, either before or after Gable. So, yeah, but he's out of there. So,
my body's ready. My body's ready.
Drew McIntyre is like, wait a minute, Sami Zayn's success? Yeah, I can't have this happen.
The feeling is back. Let me tell you something. Not if. When Chad Gable succeeds, okay? Sure. That if he wins, if and when he wins, I'm trying to think of a wrestler who's somebody I don't like. The person who I don't like, I'll wear their shirt.
I'm with it. We followed this up.
Wait, Chad Gable.
That's all. Listen to everybody. Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? Don't let no one come into your house, take your meal, do what you need to do today. I'm not nervous. I'm just telling you.
What, yo? I don't know about y'all. From my point of view, all you see is Jonna's eyes above fucking Michael Irvin, just like going along.
Because I was reciting.
No, Rob didn't put it over like the whole screen. He put it like to most.
I'm gonna start using more.
What
videos.
an idiot!
Last in education in America, but
somebody else put this on here, bro. It wasn't me.
Folks, Andrade wrestled Apollo Crews, who I swear to God is not me. Apollo wrestled Andrade on Raw, and didn't go particularly long, but it was well worked. Apollo Crews is in tremendous shape for a guy who doesn't wrestle on TV that much. He was ready to go. He worked his butt off in this match. He had a nice little quick showing. He maximized his minutes. Look at that. Look at the plushie. Look at that.
His name is Draco.
Absolutely. Andrade beat Apollo Crews in about 3 minutes. There was a superplex. Andrade did the three amigos in this match. He did the double knees into the corner. The crowd chanted "C" at him. There were a lot of woos at the start of this, so they're very aware of his marital status with Charlotte Flair. And ultimately, Andrade won the match with a hammerlock DDT, which Michael Cole is now calling La Sombra. So nice opening showing for Andrade. There you go. Nice opening showing for Andrade. He gets the win here. He was seen being watched by the Judgment Day, who are scouting him. So we'll see what that leads to. But a nice win here. He looks good. He's in great shape. He's on like some type of insane fucking anabolic steroid. He's built like 2002 Triple H now. So
yeah, you want to talk about built like he's on some sort of anabolic? Yo, Apollo Crews.
Yeah. Apollo Crews looked like crazy.
He looked like mini Bobby Lashley. Mini Bobby Lashley out there.
Like
someone said a Dragon Lee tweeted. What did he tweet? He tweeted, LWO are a big family. There you go. There you go. You know what's the Hawaiian and Polynesian term for family, Rob?
Ohana.
What is it?
Ohana. And you know what an Ohana feels amongst themselves?
Mana.
You're in too deep. This nigga's supposed to be the Cody stand. He's in too deep, bro.
You can feel the mana.
You know what I want to feel? Never mind.
Let's
We're gonna fuck around here, come on the podcast and start showing this new tribal tattoo. Like shit.
Yo, I might get you know what? I'm gonna get a tribal tattoo on my fucking on my pectoral muscle, nigga. We get it just like Rock. The pec right.
I heard yo, that first word, I was like, yo. What? I was like, yo, what? What you want, bro? Also, my thoughts on Andrade versus Apollo.
Si pues es lucha libre.
Wait, play it again. I didn't have the sound on.
Si pues es lucha libre.
God bless Lucha Libre. God bless Lucha Libre. Someone said Seth Rollins tweeted. Let's look this up live on air.
Girl, who cares?
Let's check this out. Seth Rollins.
Guess what this one is gonna be.
Seth Rollins tweeted. Who cares? It's not all right, bro. Whatever.
Yo, Seth Rollins.
Oh, wait. Oh shit! Hold on. He said to Drew. He said, "Well, bitch. Some of us who actually have a proper set of balls in us prefer to do our shit talking face to face. In the interim, it's okay to have a little fun."
When have you ever done the shit talking face to face?
Exactly. Everything's been on Twitter.
You have never said. You have never. I'm about to say, bro. First of all, Seth Rollins is letting that bitch word a little too loose, brother. I can't.
Right, he wants to be on the.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
That's why Will Ospreay is better. Thank you.
Well, that was never up for debate. You know, that's different levels.
My man, don't talk about my man.
He is not your man's, but he is look. Seth is a good wrestler. Will Ospreay is like a freakishly generational athlete.
He's a god.
He is a god. He's better than Kenny Omega.
You're not getting this agenda off, bro. It's not happening. We're not making it happen.
Can he pass his prime? Anyways, Jackie Redmond's fine ass is backstage with Sami Zayn. She asked him what is going through his mind with the gauntlet announcement. Sami says he's been talking about the belief that a path to WrestleMania would present itself. Now it has, and this gauntlet match is the only thing standing in his way of making history. He says, this is it. This is the path. This match next week is the most important match of my career. Two very smelly Vikings walk in the screen, Valhalla and Ivar. And Valhalla said that she's been praying to the gods all day as to why a man like Sami is in the gauntlet over Ivar. But the bottom line is Ivar is facing Sami Zayn tonight on Raw. We had a backstage segment where we were subjected to Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Natalia, Tegan Knox was in this bit. But basically, Candice LeRae is pissed off about the fact that she keeps losing with Indy, and she's pissed about this. And Natty was gaslighting Tegan about the state of their tag team. Candice is just like, again, she's just annoyed at like what's going on with her career. Maxine walks in to try to cheer her up. Maxine is with Ivy Nile. Candice LeRae is basically like, bro, I don't need advice from somebody who cannot lace my boots. And she walked out of frame, and it was like, oh, that was kind of mean. And Indy was apologizing on behalf of Candice LeRae. So that was your lore update with the women's catering crew. Following this, we had Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. This was non-title, and this is also a heel versus heel match. And got a decent bit of time here. A bit of a note for you guys. This match is pretty underproduced. This it wasn't super laid out in a detailed way. Just kind of let these veterans go out there and wrestle. And I watched this 2 times. This match fucking ruled. The crowd doesn't know who to pick at first because it's heel versus heel, right? But they just decide, all right, well, fuck it, Finn Balor, that's our guy. And so they start chanting, "Let's go Balor," and Balor's coming out of the hold, and he's doing some sick back and forth stuff with Giovanni Vinci, the former Fabian Eichner. And this is just a fun back and forth tag team wrestling match. And it was kind of fascinating just as an experiment to see the Judgment Day work as a babyface tag team. And they did well because Finn Balor knows how to work babyface. And Damian Priest being positioned to be the big man hot tag actually worked out pretty well. He did the splashes in the corner, did his big razor's edge, the choke slam, all that good stuff. But get a lot of back and forth sequences. Finn Balor does a coup de grace onto Eichner. Kaiser broke up the pinfall. Damian Priest took care of him and threw him to the outside. And he was like, "Fly, Prince." And then Finn Balor does a big tope con hilo to the outside. And Priest on the inside hits Giovanni Vinci with a huge South of Heaven. Fucking slam dunk the shit out of that nigga. And Judgment Day win the match. They stand tall. They reign tall. And they looked good, man. Balor and Priest don't get talked about a lot when it comes to good tag teams in America. But fuck me, these guys are very consistent. I can't remember the last time that Balor and Priest have had a bad tag match. And I said this on Worldwide before. In a weird way, Finn Balor at this stage of his career, he doesn't have that many incredible. He doesn't have any great singles matches at this stage. He's just very consistent and solid. And Priest doesn't have a super high ceiling in singles matches either. But together, I think is the best version of them. I think together, they're just really, really, really solid. So I like this team, and I thought this match was good. What did you think of this, Jana?
I think it was solid. Honestly, it made the Hulu cut. So
it was in the Hulu cut? Right.
Yeah, it was in the Hulu cut. It was decent, I'm just not really feeling Judgment Day anymore like I used to. Like Dominik, I feel like he's very fun on his own. I could get with him. He's cool, but the rest of them, I'm just like Damian, you're Money in the Bank. You should be doing stuff on your own, bro. Why are we still doing tag stuff?
So I get that. My only thing is I don't want to watch Damian as a solo guy. Well,
then why did they give him Money in the Bank?
I mean, I agree. That's the other thing. Money in the Bank lately, man. They always give it to people that it's do they really cut it to?
They're not even didn't Austin Theory use it? Which title was it for again that he used it?
He cashed in unsuccessfully on the United States Championship.
Yeah, what was that? I thought it was Prestige. They're gonna be the new world champ. Girl.
Yeah, they just give it now to people that it's almost like they're not even fully convinced, but they just give it to them anyway. And then they hold it for a super fucking long time. Then we gotta cash it in now.
They should bring the concept of This is what it should be. We should need to take Money in the Bank away altogether, but I know they're not going to do that because we have one this year. They need to take Money in the Bank away altogether. Take not the concept away, but take the pay-per-view away. Put back King of the Ring. Let that be the fucking thing going into SummerSlam, so we know who's challenging for the title at SummerSlam. Give it a story, and then we should put Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. But at the bottom line, the way to fix the concept is to put it on someone you fucking believe in. Braun Breaker.
If you put it at, but that's what I'm saying. If you put it at WrestleMania to give it more importance, and it'll put more pressure on you to book the right person that you believe. Like, for example, they're gonna put it at Money in the Bank because they're gonna have somebody like we got Damian Priest last year in the fucking UK. If we're gonna get Braun Breaker, we should have Braun Breaker. Since he's being built as his next main event talent, we should have Braun Breaker winning Money in the Bank at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I hear you. Braun Breaker to me should be the next Money in the Bank winner, and he should honestly cash it in on somebody and smoke them, whoever it is, whether that be a Cody Rhodes or whoever.
Make Jade misses Money in the Bank.
Jade or Tiffany Stratton is my pick. So
even Naomi, one of those three, I'm down with.
What you eating, Jonna?
Garden salsa, sun chips. They're really good.
Oh, all right, not bad. So we followed this match with a Hall of Fame announcement for Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Michael Cole, this is interesting. He was pointing out how he became a better commentator because of Heyman. He said that he would be in the editing booth doing post-production stuff on Wednesdays because they used to tape SmackDowns on Tuesdays. And he said that Heyman would be producing him and Taz on Wednesdays to do the voiceovers for SmackDown. That's a true story. And it was just interesting to note because Taz was mentioned on Raw last night. But true story, yeah, Taz and Michael Cole, they would do the live commentary for SmackDown. And Vince would be backstage, right? And then on Wednesdays when Vince wasn't there, Heyman would be like, yo, actually say this and say that. And a lot of the dubbed in lines were things like to take slight shots at Monday Night Raw. Like they'd be like, no talking here. We're all about wrestling. And SmackDown's the wrestling show. And you don't got to worry about whatever the fuck. So just an interesting anecdote from Michael Cole. But Paul Heyman is now in the WWE Hall of Fame. So good for him. We had a backstage interview with Drew McIntyre. Jackie Redmond was backstage with Drew and asked Drew if he thinks Seth Rollins listened to anything Drew had to say. Drew said no because Seth Rollins is a junkie, a spotlight junkie. Drew said that Seth can't help himself. He said he does this to the detriment of his body and his mind. Drew said he doesn't care anymore as long as Seth shows up at WrestleMania. Drew says all he ever wanted from Jey Uso was an apology. So there you go. Drew is facing Jey Uso tonight. Backstage, Damage Control were walking around, and Rhea Ripley went face-to-face with Io Sky, and Rhea says, stay out of my territory. And Io just kind of shrugs it off and walks away. Sami Zayn faced Ivar.
She looked at her like, do something about it, then, nigga.
Yeah. Sami Zayn faces Ivar here. This is a good match. Another good. Ivar's just one of those dudes. You throw him in the middle of Raw. He has a good match where he's just a big bumping heel. He does a couple cool dynamic moves. Sami Zayn's a great babyface, a hell of a seller, great fire. Fans are always going to love him. 2-segment match. They went back and forth. Sami Zayn gets the win. He had a big exploder suplex, hits the haluva kick. He has some more singles momentum leading to the gauntlet match. This is now 2 consecutive wins for Sami Zayn. He thinks he's on the road to WrestleMania here. Rob, what did you think of Ivar and Sami?
I liked Ivar and Sami Zayn. I like the way it was booked. I like the way it was put together. I love Sami Zayn. Ivar has really been growing on me as a singles, and so I knew this would. I was very interested to see how this would go, and I quite frankly just really enjoyed the match. But thankfully, Sami was the one that got into the match. I don't think Ivar in that 6-man or no.
No.
Okay, so no, he's not in that 6-man. So I'm very interested to see how this can boost Sami Zayn's momentum going into next week's match. But I don't think he's winning. So
hopefully not. Again, my hope is what I want is Sami, Drew, and Seth Rollins in the 3-way. And I want Gable versus Gunther in a singles match. You give me those 2 matches, you satisfy both 2 baby faces, and you get 2 great matches at WrestleMania. instead of one. So hopefully that's what they end up doing. But that's kind of that. Jonna, did you catch this match? Did this make the Hulu cut? Did you have any opinions on it?
I know I did. Was this the match where because my mind has been a blur. It's been a crazy 48 hours.
All them damn chips.
Is it the match where on Valhalla she put the antlers on Michael Cole?
Yes, she put the antlers on. She put the antlers on Michael Cole.
For Michael Cole when he put on those antlers, by the way.
This feels like a weird like old man fetish bit because he's been wanting those antlers for weeks. He's like, the antlers and like
Michael Cole deserves to have some fun. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, that shit made me. I was like, yo, what is going on here? What is
that nigga freak bull?
Like Mr. Big Dude 912 said, like it's fun to see someone like Ivar who we hadn't seen in like, if you put it as like last year that he was really like in the dust a little bit, to see him have more of a presence. It's cool because he's actually been like doing his thing in whatever match he's given. So
Absolutely. Folks, we were backstage. Kathy Kelly was backstage with Gunther. She congratulated him on his victory over Dominik, and Gunther gave respect to Dominik for bringing the fight. He said the field of challengers should be stacked, and he's flattered that all these competitors are fighting for a shot at him. Chad Gable interrupted Gunther and got in his face and said that he's so sick of the condescending smile that he has. Gable said this gauntlet match is his path to redemption for his daughter. And he, quote, said, that means taking that smile from your face and putting it on my daughter's face. Gunther laughed it off, but Chad Gable remained focused with his eyes on the prize. So they're really setting this up, folks. Gunther Gable, they're setting it up. We're locked in. I can feel the mana. You know what I mean? Jey Uso, absolutely. Jey Uso was backstage. He said that all he's heard from Drew is whining and complaining. If Drew wants an apology, then Jey is sorry. But he's sorry for what he's going to do to Drew tonight. And he said, and you're going to find out that Jey don't play. We followed this up with another backstage segment, one that would give Undertaker a heart attack. Regeneration X is playing WWE 2K24. This was R-Truth and DIY. They were playing video games. And Miz walked in and he said, yo, guys, we need to hit Judgment Day where it hurts. We have to get the tag team titles from Priest and Balor.
Yeah, I'm telling you what they're gonna do, Ibu. I'm telling you what they're gonna do, Ibu. It's gonna be a triple threat tag, and the Judgment Day are not winning. The DIY are not winning.
In truth.
that pop, Ibu, I'm telling you that pop of 80,000 people at the sight of winning. At the sight of watching R-Truth win the WWE Tag Team Championships.
He deserves it. He's fun. Like, if you're gonna have somebody be like fun little, careless champion, it should be R-Truth. Like when they did the 24/7 title, I was always like, oh my god, like why are you like here? It was fun. Instead of forcing people down our throats, like girl, don't make me get into it.
She said the throats. Yeah, we followed this up, folks, with a main event of Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. They have faced each other before. Another long 3-segment back and forth match here. Went about 20 minutes. Jey and Drew don't have natural chemistry, and so their matches are never great. But this one had heat as usual because people love Jey Uso, and it had the added element of the kind of chaotic Attitude Era style finish. These guys went back and forth. Drew chopped Jey a lot. Jey did yeet punches, so on and so forth. Some back and forth action encounters. But the story here is coming from the crowd, finally not in a hoodie, was Solo Sikoa, who emerged to try to distract Jey Uso. But this was failed because Cody came out and jumped right in the crowd and started beating the shit out of Solo. And you're thinking the match is over there. But Jimmy Uso emerges from the other corner, right by the scores table. Jimmy's in his big red outfit, red getup with the no yeet shirt. And so he's there. Drew McIntyre gives Jey Uso a claymore and wins the match as expected. Seth Rollins comes out to fight Jimmy Uso. He super kicks a chair into Jimmy Uso's face and neutralizes him. So Cody and Seth They're locked in on stopping the bloodline. They just took out the foot soldiers here. It's looking like it's going to be a happy ending for Monday Night Raw. But no, Drew McIntyre, he claymores Seth Rollins, and he starts beating the shit out of a recently medically cleared Seth Rollins. And he stands over his body. He's talking shit to him.
Seth Rollins.
And
Seth Rollins.
Drew says, this is what happens when you take your eyes off what's important. And he's like, the title's coming to me.
Forget, Seth.
What does this mean? What is this symbol? I don't. Am I missing something?
Don't forget.
Is this y'all's weird gang sign? Is this criminality happening on my
that's
show?
Drew McIntyre.
Big M's for Monty. Sorry.
Big M's for Monty.
It's Drew McIntyre putting that blick
Drew
to Seth
McIntyre,
Rollins' head.
I'm saying this. He's like saving this whole storyline for me. Not even gonna lie.
He's great. He's doing a great job right now. And it should be noted, Jana, Monday Night Raw closed with Drew standing over Seth, and the crowd was chanting.
And the crowd went wild. Instead of with Diarrhea Dwayne, where the crowd went fucking mild. Let me tell you something. I was so happy to see that. Loved it. The mana went through me because I'm so tired of let's all band together against the girl. Focus on your own storyline.
Facts.
Listen, oh my God, please.
Story.
The big thing here, big CM Punk chants. Huge CM Punk
brother.
chants.
Oh, fucking brother.
And I should note, folks, today is Tuesday, March 5th. And on Monday, March 25th, Monday Night Raw will be in the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. They will be back in the same stomping grounds that CM Punk returned at Survivor Series. We shall see if CM Punk will be at that show. Let's just say backup Hangman has a feeling that CM Punk will be on that week's episode of Monday Night Raw.
Well, yeah, he'll be there, but nothing like of value, like
of substance.
All right.
He's just gonna be like,
it's not like he's ever had anything of substance.
I'm gonna be strapping up my boots.
It's not like he's ever had anything of substance to say. So.
Austin Kinkle said, Seth freaking has zero mana.
Zero.
Like, I don't know why. I hate that they reduced him and like the end of his reign, because literally this is gonna be the end of his reign, unless I'm like really wrong. They're like reducing him to being so focused on helping another man achieve his dream of being a champion and finishing his story, that his story's getting messed over. Are we forgetting like Seth when he had his Royal Rumble feud with Roman? That was so good. When he was like in his little Joker era, it was so good because he was on his own. He was individual. But now they got him like, Cody, I'm gonna help you, okay? I'm gonna help you. We're gonna be good friends. We're gonna take them down. I'm tired of it.
Here's the thing. I do think this is a story. I do think the story that they're telling here is Seth is so focused on the Samoans that he's gonna lose his championship. Because it happened here. He's focused on fighting the battle for Jey. He's fighting Jimmy Uso. And what happens? He gets caught with a fucking claymore. And Drew McIntyre's reminding him, nigga, eyes on the prize.
Nigga, Seth Rollins, you see what we got on? You see what we got on? We got nothing but a leather jacket and kilt on every week because we locked in. We locked in on what you got on your shoulder, little bro. It's time. It's time.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's the deal there, folks. That was Monday Night Raw. Let's go through all these super chats.
Straight boot cut jeans in the suitcase, nigga.
Let's use this opportunity, guys, to send your last super chats. And get them in, and let's go through these right now because I'm feeling the mana, folks. I hope you guys are as well. Jana said, oh my God. She said it's because he's turning heel on night 2 on Cody. Shut up! No! Cody's finishing his fucking story.
Imagine he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna leave Russell Pierce. I'm leaving Twitter.
You're lying. You said
Hi,
this.
Lena, girl.
How many times is Lena?
Lena's a coward. Rob, let's go through these super chats, folks. This is your last opportunity. She said, "Notice me, huge fan." Oh my God. I don't think I will. Hush 199.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're gonna fumble Rhea Becky for Liv, aren't they? They're not that stupid. No.
Nigga, no. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Johnny, you can take the next couple ones.
Yes. All right. Hush with 199. Thank you. Let's make Mercedes comfortable. Make it permanent. And this was in regards to Sammy Guevara. Yes.
I'm crying.
I agree. Honestly, the fact that he was even shown grace after saying something like that in today's climate is crazy. So I agree. Let's make our queen Mercedes comfortable because she has a whole fucking show dedicated to her and she hasn't even debuted yet.
It is funny timing. I can't lie.
I love it. All right, Corey David, $2. What's up with Sheamus on AEW? That's an Ebu question.
Stay tuned. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
I want him to go there so bad.
Corey, thank you for the super chat.
Alrighty.
Sondando Chonko. Go ahead.
Ooh, Czar 35, gracias. Any insight on why Braun is booked so differently in NXT versus SmackDown? I like the Goldberg super push, by the way. In South Africa, we pronounce Jana as Yana. I've heard that, and I think that's a very beautiful pronunciation. Yeah, we just say it Jana. I hate when people say Jana. It's not Jana. It's Jana.
Hey Jana.
Hey, Jana. How you doing, Jana?
Jana?
Do you have that insight, Ebu?
Yes, I do. So the bottom line is that Paul Levesque has a different vision of how he sees the character of Braun Breaker than Shawn Michaels. Shawn does meth, and so he kind of, sometimes the CTE acts up. Triple H sees Braun Breaker as the hybrid of Rick Steiner and Goldberg, and so that's why he's killing people on the main roster, and that's why he's cracking jokes on NXT. So obviously that's a little bit inconsistent, but hopefully once he wraps up with NXT, we don't have to worry about that. But that's kind of the story there.
Hey, Corey David, $2.
$2, thank you. Is there any new updates on the PC baddies?
Well, they're still baddies, so that will continue. So that's your update there. I'm looking at the live chat. Lena said suspend Kiera Hogan too. That's pretty funny.
Fraud.
Could you imagine if
they're lucky
that
I'm not?
happened?
Kiera Hogan is so lucky I'm not on the AEW review because, girl.
Listen, if Mercedes gets her suspended, then she has more motion than CM Punk did when he was back there. So we'll see.
All right, Hush Z with the 199. Thank you again. Seth so bad. I really might be #Team Mana. I don't think listen, when it comes, he held his own in the beginning of his reign. I love Seth. I'm just kind of annoyed at he on social media, he could keep up the kayfabe really well. But it's just not translating to TV. He needs to understand that if he gets cooked by Dwayne on Friday.
It is a big Friday. It is a big Friday. I can't lie.
Yo, Dwayne really just gonna take off his belt and just really, nigga. I thought I told you. I thought I told you when I come around, nigga. You don't grab a microphone. Stand in the background. Netflix do not know you. They didn't ask about you. Nigga talking about some diarrhea, Dwayne.
Cody Rhodes, that picture is crazy.
Is that Roman with no facial hair and no beard?
Cody Rhodes sent 199. Thank you. Twitter TL is already going in on Sammy. #TNA bound. #jail cell bound. How about that? #fatherhood bound. No
Sammy,
more.
Sammy might need to just, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Lil Smoke, $4.99. Thank you. Rock is gonna tell Seth to go home and smoke some more crack, and it'll be over for him, sadly. Big Raw review. Yeah, big Raw review. Yeah. But I feel like Dwayne is really gonna say some shit, and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh my god, like Seth, fight back." Hassan Risti, I hope that I pronounced that right. I don't know the currency. Rob, do you know the currency?
Is that
100 rupees?
Rupees, maybe 100. Thank you. Camera work last night was insane. After having to suffer through a decade plus of done senile behavior, this feels like a different sport altogether. I agree. The production overall is.
Yo, did y'all see that camera angle during Gunther and Dom, where it was like low? It was kind of low in the corner, but it was kind of like under the turnbuckle, but it was like kind of far away. That shit was gas.
My favorite camera angle was during the end of the Cody Rhodes segment, where they just like Seth was like, "Are you going to be on SmackDown?" And then it pans over to Cody, and he's looking directly at the camera, giving his message, and it was just shot really, really well. So yeah, Lee Fitting's been doing his thing, man. And Kevin Dunn, rest in peace.
Kevin Dunn, you're pretty bad, brother.
Really bad.
Hush. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you got that wrong.
Oh, Hush, 199. When y'all think Dom gets on that Randall cycle?
Of what?
Yo, could you imagine? Could you imagine steroided Dominik, bro? Like just a brolic Dom.
I'm gonna be delusional and believe that Randy is not juiced up.
Yeah, listen, God bless, and I wish I lived in the world that you did. So.
I know, I see it. I'm just like, oh, Randy, please. Like, you're the last person who needs
We got any more? Right.
Alrighty, let's keep going.
Samganda Chanko again, 14 star. Thank you. Raw women's undercard is trash. NXT women is better. Yeah, but I feel like Raw has the woman to really build and center around. They just like to be lazy with booking, and that's why it's hard for the women in like the mid card and the lower card to get over. It's really just booking's problem, because some of these girls are talented and they have a look, but if they're not seen, how could they develop a character? You know what I mean? But yeah, NXT women is where it's at. I really agree.
If I speak,
yeah, go ahead and speak.
No, just go to the next super chat.
Just
go to the next super chat.
So scared.
Oh my God, my guy Will Chisholm.
Will Chisholm.
Triple H is too nice listening to the fans, baby facing himself. It's okay. You don't have to listen to them. Don't put Liv Morgan in the Mania match. I agree. I feel like, and it's no hate to her because she is talented and she's fun for some, but not everybody should just for the sake of, because we want it. Sometimes what we want isn't what's best for business. And putting her in the Mania match is not best for business.
Yo, Donna put on that Stephanie McMahon face in that meme that says like the white woman that says gracias. The Mexican, yeah, right. Gracias. Oh my God. Go ahead.
199. Thank you. Knack in the gauntlet equals polar bear in Arlington, Texas.
Yo, don't disrespect my uncle.
I need Knack in out of that gauntlet. He cannot be in there too long.
Yeah, I don't want. I really don't.
It doesn't matter what you want.
He does not need to be in there long.
Kale, he said Mexico, $20. Gracias. Bianca subtweeting Tiffany. I need that match, girl. Go promote your show on Hulu.
Let me look that up.
Mexican pesos.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Well, oh god damn. Go ahead. Read that.
Huh? Yeah, go ahead.
Donna, read that.
What?
I was telling you to read the super chat.
Oh, Will Chisholm, $10. Thank you. That Io and Rio face-off could be a tease. I can see after Bayley beats Io, they have a draft to put Damage Control on Raw, and we get that match maybe at Money in the Bank. That would be really good. I like that.
Yeah, I think Io versus Rio would be pretty fire. So
I think it would be fire too. If they move to Raw, that would be good.
Yo, I'm telling you,
SmackDown. Huh?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I feel like SmackDown, their woman who should be in the forefront should be like Bianca. Naomi should be at the forefront. Bailey definitely if she's champion. Who else? Who else is on? Charlotte, was she on? No, she was. Wait, what? Was she
what
on
happened? Yeah, Charlotte's on SmackDown.
I feel like it's been so long since I've seen her. But yeah, I feel like
ACL, yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel like Bianca, Naomi, Charlotte, Tiffany, like those girls should be at the forefront on SmackDown, where I feel like people like EO and Damage Control, they would do better on Raw. I feel like they have more of a Raw vibe.
Yeah, we'll see. They definitely need to reshuffle the rosters because I'm kind of like bored of like the current setups. So
I just think that we should bring Survivor Series Battle of Brands back, baby. It's time.
What? No!
It's time.
No!
It's time. They're building to it. You're so mad. You're so mad. You're so mad that they're building. You're so mad that they're building to it. You're so mad that they're building to it. You're so mad. You're just angry. You're so upset.
I like Battle of the Brands though. I think it's fun.
You're so mad.
I've had enough of both of you.
It is fun.
It's not our fault. You're 50.
No, because when they properly built it up, like when they had like NXT in the mix, and like even back in the day where they properly had like these people fighting for weeks, it made so much sense because they would have like the little scoreboard. It was fun because then you'd be like, SmackDown, we got you. But they were just getting lazy and having Raw win all the time.
Yo, that 2016 Survivor Series match is godly.
Was Sasha in that match?
Yeah, the women and the women and the men's one was pretty good. They're both really good.
Sorry, I'm biased.
He was just really mad, really mad.
Brand versus Brand is it's so fucking ass. So no.
Well, you just know that SmackDown will crush you niggas. Go ahead and read it.
All right, Hush with $199. Well, you got a lot of money, Suzanne. Well, that's right.
Hush been dropping these bills. Hush been dropping these bills.
Cody shirt. When is Braun back? Is he projected back this year, Ibu?
Yeah, he should be back this year. Yes. I don't know when exactly though. It's probably like I'd say maybe spring or summertime. But I do miss Braun Strowman, man. He's a fucking beast. He's the best big man in WWE. He's a monster. Very underrated.
He's not better than Great Khali.
All right.
Great Khali's my uncle.
Wait, he said. You said.
Do you want to pay a fine, John? Do you want to get fined?
Wait. What did she say? What did you say?
She said he's not better than Great Khali.
I'm not being serious. Chat. I'm not being serious. But I just like Great Khali. That's my guy.
Great.
Yo, shout out the. I was about to call him Jinder's nickname.
I know. I was about to
too. Shout out the Punjabi Playboy.
You guys are racist. Anyways,
Punjabi Playboy.
We have racists in the wrestling.
I'm an Homo sapien.
You're an Homo sapien. Oh man, you're a fan of the Nigerian Giant.
That's my guy. He's so funny. You have to see his cameos. He goes, "Hi, Homo sapien."
He definitely DM'd Donna, yo. He definitely hit her with a "What's up, bro?"
Oh God. Will Ospreay, Ricky Starks at Viva La Jana, you know. Will Chisholm, $10. Thank you. Was the story that Vince made Theory Mr. Money in the Bank because he really believed he was the next Cena? I still believe that's why Cena cooked him in that promo. I believe it.
Well, the answer to this question is yes. Vince thought Austin Theory was that guy.
Yeah, he thought he was. Yeah, bro. He thought he was like. He thought he was surpassing it. It was crazy. Like it. He was like, damn.
That was oof.
Just on that nigga's cock, and then he was just doing shit on TV with that nigga. I was like, yo, what's going on here?
That was an unfortunate time.
Just Austin Theory lust.
Yeah, that was the crazy era.
All right, Jared, thank you for $199. The NXT women are outpacing the men. Concerning? No, not concerning. It's refreshing. It's good to see the women in NXT actually breaking out because usually with NXT you would have like maybe 5 women who are like breakout stars. Now you have more variety, and I think that's fun to see. If the men could do it, why not the women? And I think it's good. They're stepping up to the plate. Boom.
Well said. Well said.
All righty, and the last actually, there's a few more super chats.
Well, you guys are
crazy.
awesome.
Will Chisholm, $5. If they mad at Becky versus Rhea, then they really gonna be mad at Bianca versus Rhea at next year's Mania. Just do Bianca versus Charlotte at SummerSlam.
If Charlotte can make SummerSlam, she's
making SummerSlam, bro.
She's expected to be back at the end of the year, bro.
She's doing shit that people do in the 8th month and like the 3rd or 4th month.
Because she's a real woman.
Like, come on, bro. She's making it.
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see, I guess.
She was doing squats like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, she could work on glutes. I know that's right.
Charlotte will never mind.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jonathan. Read this.
Black Yakazoo 94, $5. Thank you. I missed the convo, but who y'all got? Sami or Chad next week for Gunther? And what happens to the loser? I don't care what happens to the loser. Big Gable, big G's. Are you kidding me?
Do I have to? No, I'm not gonna.
That's big facts. Yeah, look, I'm gonna hold out hope that I'm holding out hope that what I want to happen will happen, which is Chad wins, Drew fucks over Sami, Sami involves himself in Drew McIntyre's business and gets in the World Heavyweight Championship match. That's what I'd like to happen. That's what I'm going to boldly say will happen. And hopefully what doesn't happen is a 3-way where they do Gable, Sami, and Gunther. That would obviously be a great match, but we don't necessarily need that, so I hope that's not what they end up doing.
Yeah, you're wrong. So go ahead.
Corey David, $2. Thank you. Need Roxanne, Lash, Jakar Jackson, Thea on the main.
I need them too. Oh, you meant on the main roster? Yeah.
Yo.
I'm gonna say, my fault. Yeah, these are all very talented wrestlers that I think would absolutely benefit WWE Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown for sure.
Just a thug. Just a Neanderthal with no manners.
My fault, bro. My fault.
Corey David, $2. Thank you. Gabe will keep that IC title for Oba Femi to take it.
That sounds like, did Monty just pitch this under a different account? Like, what's going on?
It's his burner. He's on his burner.
Austin Kinkle said Last Legend is 2 feet taller than Ibu. This is not true. This is absolutely not true.
Ayo said that Ibu is 64 years old.
No, I am not 64 years old. I am a sprightly young man. You know, I'm a young black man.
Yeah, he's 64.
Oh man. No, I'm a young man.
Super chat.
A young man that I promise is not
a young man. You're not a young man.
I promise you, I am not.
We seen what happened to you on Thanksgiving, brother. Or was that
we seen those wings.
The wings?
No, I'm saying you never seen a video of Ibu fucking folding his ankle in half in basketball?
No.
Because I was going. No, do not send this to her. I was going hard in the court. I was going hard in the paint, hitting them layups and shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, my nigga said, yo, I said you're gonna blow. I commented. I said you're gonna blow your ACL. He was like, nah, watch this. And he quote tweeted with a video of him just obliterating, just destroying his ankle.
But see, what Rob is removing out of this context is that I got right back up and I proceeded to score 10 straight baskets. So these are just Ibu things. You know what I mean? Look at that beautiful American Nightmare logo. I might buy this shirt, but I need to look this shirt up. It's fire.
You should, if it's still in stock. I got this because I'm a real Cody Nation. I'm not a Cody crybaby because I'm too cool for that, but I got it when he debuted at WrestleMania, when he returned, and they put that on sale, and I purchased it the very second that they put it on sale. So
respect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the super chat, Corey.
Sounds pretty bad. This is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Corey David, $2. Gable, keep that IC title for Obafemi to take it.
Yo, Jonathan, this is how you know Rob is not only an idiot but also like stoned out of his mind. Is that we read the super chat already?
Oh, you read this? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was not paying attention.
This is what Rob does. This is what Rob does.
You're mad.
Rob,
sorry. I'm not paying attention because I have actual things that I'm doing, and I'm not frying chicken on air like
you're being paid to review content.
Sorry. I'm handling actual business when you're not busy. You're
all right, bro. What's going on, yo? Yo, what we doing, yo? What's really going? Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, like, do y'all see this? Do y'all see this right now? Do y'all see this?
Ooh, you have to zoom in on it.
What's going on? What's going on? What are we doing?
Y'all see that, bro? Like y'all see the things that Ibu does, bro. Well, sorry. First of all, sorry I wasn't paying attention because I was handling business instead of frying chicken like unlike your greasy Neanderthal thug. Really diamond encrusted skull. Oh my god.
You get fucking paid to analyze wrestling on air.
And I think I've been doing a great job.
You're fired, Rob. You're fucking fired.
You can't fire me, brother.
I'm firing you live on air. I'm firing you live on air.
I'll file a discrimination suit tomorrow. Watch this.
I'm using AO as my lawyer. Nevertheless, folks, this has been the Wrestle Purist Raw review. You guys got a bonus 18 minutes of content. Some of it was very unfortunate, to be completely frank with you. And if you saw that video of me hurting my ankle, no, you didn't. But folks, for Jana, for Rob of the Island of Relevancy and the last of education in the United States, I am Ibu, Wrestle Purist, back of Hangman. This show's kind of bad. I don't know. We'll catch you guys next week. Had a lot of fun. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good night, guys.